Welcome to our video on how extreme weather is changing the face of urban poverty. As climate change intensifies, urban landscapes are facing unprecedented challenges, with the most vulnerable populations bearing the brunt of its impact. From oppressive heatwaves to devastating floods and unpredictable storms, the threats to urban dwellers are not just environmental, they are deeply intertwined with issues of poverty, food security, and access to clean water. Join us as we explore the various ways in which extreme weather is reshaping urban life and underscore the urgent need for inclusive urban planning to mitigate these effects. 1. Unraveling the impact of climate change on urban landscape. Extreme weather, once an occasional disturbance, has now become a regular visitor to urban areas worldwide, making life increasingly difficult for the urban poor. Cities, often seen as centers of opportunity, are facing the harsh realities of climate change. Rising temperatures, intense storms, and unpredictable rainfall are reshaping urban environments, and the most vulnerable among us are bearing the brunt. Extreme weather is not just a scientific concern, it is a social issue that deepens the chasm between the rich and the poor. As urban centers expand, they often do so without adequate infrastructure, leaving marginalized communities in precarious positions. 2. Heat waves. The silent threat to urban dwellers. Heat waves are becoming more frequent and intense, turning cities into pressure cookers. For those living in poverty, who often reside in densely populated areas with minimal green spaces, the heat can be unbearable. Air conditioning is a luxury, not a necessity, in many of these households. This leads to serious health risks, including heat strokes and dehydration. The elderly and children are particularly vulnerable. Cities like New Delhi and Phoenix have reported record-breaking temperatures, highlighting the urgent need for solutions that address both environmental and social factors. 3. Flooding. A perennial challenge for the poor. Urban flooding has become an all-too-common phenomenon, wreaking havoc on the lives of city dwellers, especially those living in slums or informal settlements. These areas are often located in flood-prone regions, with inadequate drainage systems. When heavy rains hit, they transform streets into rivers, washing away homes and belongings. The economic impact is devastating. Jobs are lost, small businesses are destroyed, and families are left without shelter. Floods in cities like Jakarta and Mumbai serve as grim reminders of how vulnerable the urban poor are to nature's fury. 4. Storms and hurricanes. The unpredictable destroyer. Storms and hurricanes are hitting urban areas with unprecedented ferocity, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The poor, who often live in substandard housing, are the hardest hit. Their homes, constructed with flimsy materials, offer little protection against the strong winds and heavy rains. Recovery is slow and costly, exacerbating existing inequalities. In recent years, hurricanes like Katrina and Maria have highlighted the stark differences in resilience between affluent neighborhoods and impoverished ones. The urban poor are left to fend for themselves, often without access to basic services like electricity and clean water. 5. Air quality. A hidden consequence of extreme weather. Extreme weather events can worsen air quality, posing an additional threat to urban populations. Heat waves and droughts contribute to higher levels of air pollution, with severe health implications. Poor air quality can lead to respiratory illnesses, which are exacerbated in densely populated areas lacking in healthcare facilities. The urban poor, with limited access to medical care, suffer disproportionately. Cities like Beijing and Mexico City have experienced alarming levels of pollution, underscoring the need for comprehensive urban planning that prioritizes the health of all citizens. 6. Food security. A growing concern in urban areas. Extreme weather impacts food security, making it a pressing issue in urban settings. Floods and droughts disrupt food supply chains, leading to shortages and price hikes. For low-income families, this means spending a larger portion of their income on basic necessities, leaving little for anything else. Malnutrition becomes a real threat, particularly for children. Urban areas that rely heavily on imports are especially vulnerable, as global climate events can have far-reaching impacts on local food availability. 7. Water scarcity. An emerging urban crisis. Water scarcity is becoming a critical issue in many urban areas, exacerbated by extreme weather patterns. Prolonged droughts reduce water supplies, while floods contaminate existing sources. The urban poor, already struggling with limited access to clean water, find themselves in increasingly dire situations. In cities like Cape Town and Sao Paulo, water shortages have forced residents to queue for hours just to meet their basic needs. This crisis highlights the urgent need for sustainable water management practices that ensure equitable access for all. 8. Conclusion. A call for inclusive urban planning. The challenges posed by extreme weather are not insurmountable, but they require concerted efforts from policymakers, urban planners, and communities. Inclusive urban planning that considers the needs of the most vulnerable is crucial. Investing in resilient infrastructure, improving housing standards, and ensuring access to essential services can help mitigate the impact of climate change on urban poverty. As we confront the realities of a changing climate, it is imperative that we prioritize solutions that promote equity and sustainability for all urban residents.